Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bulldogs offense will start this game off. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a...
He's loose, bringing the heat. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line, pave the way for a big first down.
To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Wildcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. Ball is free. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. But you do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and taking care of the football. Just has to do better moving forward.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck-up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this all.
And he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Gonna run it. It's Traynham. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 40. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the counter. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll go to the ground. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he picks up the 1st down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Toss to the outside. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He'll do it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Running the option. It's Vandergriff. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And makes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back.
what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to really pull that schooner ahead offensively. They're up by 7 over Tulane. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Hand off from the shotgun. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Bulldogs are on the move. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And what an unbelievable job protecting the quarterback. He's got so much time to go through his progressions. And when you're a receiver, you got to understand that first route might not be open. Now I got to adjust. He adjusts really well. He finds the receiver for the big play, and they get 6 points for it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Scanning the field, it's Vandergrift. They're bringing heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped by a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. To the air on 1st down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on the...
And the quarterback made himself at home in the pocket until the defense finally raided his house. Down he goes. He really couldn't have asked for better protection there. At some point, sometimes you just have to throw it away and live to play another down.
Yeah, and you just got to feel that as a quarterback. When I pat the football and I'm going through my reads, at some point I got to go, okay, I got to get rid of this thing or take off. But the defense takes advantage and gets the sack.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the ball slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's got it again. Nice move to pick up yardage. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. To the air, it's Vandergriff. Keeps it going. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. They forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for space. It's Etienne. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Beck. Makes his connection. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. He's going to pass. It's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll slide and avoid the big hit. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got...
The ball's free. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Keeps it on the bootleg. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
He's got it on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? They'll try to run for it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Dogs look to keep this drive humming. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Fires to the wideout. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to Air Force.
They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Traynor.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get to him. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. On the move. It's back. Pocket starts to collapse. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to him.
When you got 3rd and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is made, but there is laundry on the deck, so we might be having a do-over.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They move the tight end all over. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on 3rd down after that run. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Oh, it's loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Gets it out fast. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for space. It's Traynor. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Dogs are marching down the field.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Coming after it. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. Good presence of mind by the quarterback there to not panic when the ball went on the ground and able to get it back.
I would just like to see better ball security, Reese, from the quarterback, too. You know, you got to keep two hands on the ball at all times. It doesn't matter. You're looking downfield. You know you're going to have guys around you trying to swat away at the football. Got to keep 2 points of pressure at minimum on that ball, and the quarterback lucky to fall on that one.
They're trying to get to it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He's taking a deep shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Now they'll run the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the single back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
In this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.